Is the new Woodwind Pro a game changer, or is it some kind of gimmick? Let's find out. What is up? Carlos here from Smoke and Vine Barbecue, also co-founder of Rub City Seasonings. Today, we are reviewing the new Camp Chef Woodwind Pro, and I could not be more excited. Everyone on the internet right now is talking about this new pellet grill. They're talking about this possibly being a game changer. I have had the chance to cook on it multiple times now, and I'm going to let you know everything that I think. Now, full disclosure, I am a Camp Chef ambassador. I love their products. However, today I'm giving you my unedited thoughts to the new Camp Chef Woodwind Pro. They have not given me talking points. They have not given me a script of what to say. I'm going to give you exactly what I think is good, exactly what I think maybe could be better. I'm going to let you know exactly what I think about it. So earlier this month, Camp Chef brought me, along with several other barbecue chefs, out to Utah for this special event where we were some of the very first people to actually cook on the new Woodwind Pro. We got to cook multiple dishes. We got to do overnight cooks. I, of course, did a brisket on it because I wanted to put it through the ringer to see how it stood up. So for anyone who has followed my content for any period of time, you know that I love cooking on pellet grills. Pellet grills are extremely convenient. You get a very consistent cook out of a pellet grills. There have been multiple people who have won nationwide barbecue competitions on a pellet grill. They're great. I've cooked on many of them. I've cooked on many different brands. That being said, there's truly nothing like cooking on a real offset smoker, especially a big old 500-gallon pit, 1,000-gallon pit. There's nothing like cooking barbecue, smoking barbecue with real wood, with real logs. There is a flavor level, there's a smoke level, there's a bark level, a texture level that you just can't quite achieve on most pellet grills. Now, trust me, again, I love pellet smokers. I love cooking on them. I've cooked on many of them. So when Camp Chef brought us out to this incredible event in Utah, and they unveiled this new grill, and they started to tell us what this was, my first thought was actually, I was a little skeptical, because to me, was this just a gimmick? Was this just something so that the constant thing that you hear when cooking on an offset smoker is, oh, it's an easy bake oven, you're not using real wood, it's not real smoke. Now, most of that is just BS, but was this just a gimmick that Camp Chef had developed to try and like quiet the naysayers? So I was super anxious to throw down a brisket on this smoker. I wanted to see how this grill was going to stack up to like the ultimate Texas style barbecue brisket. And God's honest truth, I was blown away. The brisket that I achieved with this grill is something that I would expect on like an offset smoker. The bark, it was a completely different texture, different than I've gotten on any pellet smoker. Now, if you could do me a quick favor before we go on with the rest of this video, if you can hit that like button or even the subscribe button, it would mean the world to me, because that means that I'm gonna continue to be able to bring you videos just like this. So what exactly are you getting with the new Woodwind Pro? Well, first of all, it's very, very similar to the previous model, to the Woodwind. I have a Woodwind and I absolutely love it. It is a pellet smoker. It is powered by pellets. The hopper, the auger, all of that works exactly the same. It's also compatible with the Camp Chef Sidekick, which if you have ever cooked on a Camp Chef, the Sidekick is awesome. I love throwing down reverse sear on steaks, on tri-tips, and having that Sidekick that is compatible with a flat top grill, a regular grill, a pizza oven is absolutely incredible. So yes, this grill is still compatible with all that. Now, one thing that's missing from this grill, I guess, is it does not have the typical smokestack that the previous model had. It now has the back vents on the rear of the grill, which help create that rolling convection effect that you really want from a smoker. Smoke and heat just completely envelop your meat. And of course, the big new feature is the smoke box. This smoke box opens up and you are able to put charcoal. You're able to put wood chips. You're able to put wood chunks. You're able to put wood splits. You're able to put all of that in this smoke box. Somehow they figured out a way to relegate the heat to the smoke box so that everything doesn't just burst into flames. Whatever you put in there, whether it's charcoal or wood chunks, they just smolder. Now, what I've noticed when I fill that box up with wood chunks, it's usually about an hour to an hour and a half that I'll get smoke out of it. So who is this grill for? This grill is for someone that wants to take their barbecue and smoke game to another level. Someone that actually wants to spend the time and tinker and adjust and really manipulate the smoke levels and smoke flavor that they're getting on their barbecue. So some people, like my dad, for instance, right? They really want to set it and forget it. They don't want to mess around a whole lot. They want something that they can control from an app, which, by the way, this smoker has that. You can still control it from the app, from Wi-Fi. But my dad, he wants to set it and forget it. He doesn't want to tinker a whole lot. Then there's someone like me where I'm used to cooking on offset smokers. I'm used to loading in wood every 45 minutes to an hour. I'm used to giving my cooks that extra TLC. And so when I cook on a pellet smoker, sometimes that's something that I miss. So with this smoker, you kind of gain back that control. You're able to tinker and control as much as you want, because every hour and a half or so, you're gonna be loading more wood chips. Now, one of the things that I've noticed is when I do a brisket, typically the first 3 to 6 hours is where I'm loading the wood chips. And after that, I kind of stop, because by that time your meat has really absorbed all the smoke that it's going to absorb. So with these ribs that I have on right now, they're getting new wood chips almost every hour. But at the 4-hour mark, I've stopped doing that. Now I'm just letting the pellet smoker take over. And after about 6 hours, I'm probably gonna take these babies off. So what do I wish was different about the Woodwind Pro? Well, honestly, not a whole lot. It is pretty freaking incredible. However, one thing that just comes to mind is I wish there was like an XL model. I wish there was a model that was even bigger. Often I cook for a lot of pop-ups, I cook for a lot of events, and it would be awesome if I could have a larger pit that I could either take to events or that I could just fill with 4, 5, 6 briskets. That would be a pretty big game changer for me, but not everyone wants that. So the 2 sizes that are out, those are probably perfect for, I would say, 98% of people out there, but there are a fraction of us that we would just like a larger pit. And on that same note, I think it would be great if maybe the smoke box was a little bit larger, so I could fit more fuel, more wood chunks in there, so that you're not having to change it every hour and a half. But again, to me, I love being outside, really controlling my cook, so I don't mind it, but I could see some people wanting it a little bit bigger so that that could just burn a little bit longer. Beyond that, there's not a lot that I would change about this grill. It's pretty fantastic. Now, the question that everyone wants to know, is this a game changer? Without a doubt, yes. I have cooked on Traeger, on Pit Boss, on Yoder smokers, Green Mountain. I've also cooked on the earlier Camp Chef models. This is unlike anything else on the market. It just is. The level of smoke, the texture of your bark, the quality of your barbecue, you really can't match this. Honestly, Camp Chef hit it out of the park with this grill. There have been other new grills that have launched over the last year that have looked nice, that have been fancy, that have been maybe redesigned. This is actual innovation in the smoker world. It just is. It's game changing, and the price point is pretty freaking awesome. Would I recommend this grill? Absolutely. I want more of them. I want a bigger one. I want a vertical version of this. This is a badass smoker. Everything that I've cooked on this so far, the brisket, the pork belly, the ribs, the pulled pork, everything has been like the best version of that. It's been phenomenal. It's something that you would expect to get at a legit Texas-style barbecue joint. It's been unbelievable. Thank you so much for tuning in today, watching this video. This grill is absolutely phenomenal. Yes, it's a game changer. If you are in the market for a new grill or you're ready to upgrade to a completely different level of barbecue, this smoker, this grill is absolutely for you. I just want to want to say really quick that never in my life would I think that I would be here cooking brisket side by side with two people that I got so much inspiration from when I started smoking barbecue as a content creator 2 years ago at the start of the pandemic, and it is an honor to be slicing brisket with these two. Absolutely.
Sweet nuts.